So it's been around a little bit more than a year that I've been doing fasting consistently. So most days I eat one meal a day, 5 days a week, and then on the weekends I still kind of fast, but I do it in a different way where I just eat like a little bit less and it's a bit more chill. And man, I've lost like a little bit like closer to 30 pounds at this point, and for I could have lost a lot more. I could have lost a lot more. For the longest time, I was stuck in the same weight. For the longest time, I was stuck at the same, like, fluctuating between the same, I don't know, 5 to 10 pounds over there. And that really pissed me off. That really got to your mind where you're plateaued for a very long time. It really gets to your brain, right? It really gets to you. You think you're doing something wrong. You want to switch everything, and it's very important that when you get to this point, especially with fasting, because with fasting, what's going to happen is the following: you're going to start fasting. You're going to lose a bunch of weight very fast because it's mostly water weight. You're debloating. You are getting rid of the excess, junk and the excess like digestion and being digesting food all the fucking time. So what's going to happen is you're going to lose weight firstly very fast. And then after that, you might just plateau. You might just plateau for a pretty long time. And very important here that you don't move away from it. That you don't give up. Because what I've noticed for most people in my life, especially in my life, man, I think it's been, I don't know, ever since I have a memory, I was an overweight kid. I had to lose weight. Ever since I have memory, I would hear doctors telling me that I have to lose weight. I would hear, I would be making fun of from like friends from school and comments about my weight and my appearance and the fact that I was chubby. So for my whole life, that has been a struggle for me. And I would always do that, the same fucking pattern. I would start something, lose a little bit of weight, and then I plateau. I try to go harder. I try to change what I'm doing. This is not working. And then boom, I completely lose. I binge. There's a weekend. There's something that's happening. And then boom, I'm back to where I was at the beginning. And I kind of just lose track of the whole thing. So this time, what I did was different from every other time because I was completely hopeless. I had completely, I was like, fuck it. If this doesn't work, I don't know what to do. I can't. It's like, if I stop eating, I'm going to lose weight. I kind of just initially what I did was just like throw away your common sense. Throw away what you think is like reasonable, what the influencers tell you is reasonable, what the all the Reddit posts and all the research, all the meta-analysis, just like throw all that shit away. You've been struggling for years. So maybe you just have to be extreme. Maybe you just have to go where no one else is willing to go. You have to do something that most people are not willing to do. But even though I did that, even though I started losing that weight, I was plateaued for a very long time. And it was, man, a lot of the thing that I've been noticing with weight loss and with all this journey is the fact that most of it comes to you just making those small adjustments as you go. Like you're gonna be up to something initially. Like you're gonna have a plan, and this plan's gonna work for the beginning, but then it's gonna stop working eventually. And when it stops working, what you have to do is not abandon the ship, but try to find where the hole in the ship is and fix it. Small little adjustments. Is a mental war, is a patience war, is an attrition war. It's just you slowly tearing down all those mental barriers that stop you from actually losing the weight, man. And when you realize that, you become unstoppable. You become something that can be beaten, right? You cannot beat someone that doesn't stop playing the game. You never lose if you never give up. You never lose if you never stop. The point is not to, I'm going to hit this goal weight and then I don't have to think about it anymore. The goal is I'm going to become a different person. I'm going to break all the fucked up relationships that I have with food, all the bad patterns, the bad habits that I have that got me to this point that where I am today. And for that, it is 1,000% a mental battle. Losing weight has nothing to do with the body. Like the losing weight of the body is an after effect, is a side, is the consequence of you changing your mind and changing the way that you think and that you see yourself and that you interact with the world. So it's a matter of making those small adjustments over time that will eventually lead you into losing the actual weight that you need to lose. Okay? So, man, I made so many mistakes. So, olive oil was a big mistake, or olive oil and butter. Using too much of it, because you spend a full day without eating, you're kind of craving that fatty thing, that taste, the hyper palatable taste of salt and fat. So you just fucking exaggerate. It tastes delicious, right? It's not a mistake that the old, our ancestors, they saw butter and milk and olive oil. They saw those things as blessings from nature. It's like, oh, do you want to live what was the life of like a lavish meal for maybe a peasant during the Middle Ages in the middle of winter? What was a very lavish meal? Bread with butter. If you could put butter, just like, don't think about it, just put as much butter as you want in that fucking bread of yours, buddy. Like they had access to meat, like dried meat. They had access to, bread. They had access to wine. But it's like, man, if you can just put that butter on that bread and just eat it, then you were living large. You were living with comforts. The same way the fruits, for example. Fruit is something that you don't have to do anything for. It just comes from the tree. It's a blessing, is a gift from God. The same way they saw butter. It's just like this abundance. Everything that's fatty, you can see it as a symbol of abundance. So you have to be careful, because if you put too much of that abundance into your body, you're gonna get fatter. Like the fat is in abundance. The fat is this like most efficient energy storage that you can possibly imagine. Fat is what makes, for example, the meat to be delicious. Is the fat, right? Just like lavish, abundant, tasty thing. And the same happens to your body. So you got to be very careful with those things, because they're very, very little amounts, has a lot of fucking calories. And that was a big, big mistake. I think that was the biggest mistake that I've made. It was not like the amount of carbs. It was not having enough protein. It was not the workouts. Like I barely hit legs once a week. And I try to walk as much as I can, but it's like I have a desk job and I commute fucking 3 hours a day. So that's kind of hard for me. But it's like, and I have to make my videos, so it's like I don't have that much free time anyways. I work out like 3 times a week. I barely hit legs once a week. My legs are the same fucking size with more definition, still really strong, still really aesthetic. The body's still proportional. So it's like, it's not the workout, it's not the carbs, it's not the protein. It's that my biggest hurdle was those very high calorie, what was the name? What do they call it? It's like a high calorie dense foods, right? So you have to try to be. You can still eat it. I still have all those things, but you have to be very careful with those, right? So that's just, I don't know. I felt inspired to record this video right now. That's why I'm in this terrible lighting and my pajamas, my Only Gains shirt. But I felt kind of inspired to make this video right now, because this idea just came to my mind. So you know what they say, right? If an inspiration strikes, you have to follow it. It's like I fully believe that inspiration is a thing that comes directly from God. So when that thing strikes, man, it doesn't matter if it's 3 a.m. in the morning and you just woke up to take a piss. If it's 10 p.m. at night on a Wednesday, if it strikes, you have to follow it, right? So God bless you guys. Have a fantastic week, and see you next time.